We knew we were playing the best side in the Northern Hemisphere today, but we are bitterly disappointed that we allowed them to show it so easily. I felt we were out-muscled, especially in the first half an hour. That was a symptom at the scrummage as well, which we never really got on top of. But you have to give them credit for taking advantage of the extra man when Jeff Cross was sin-binned and scoring 2 tries then. But for me, the killer blow was just after half-time. We failed to take a kick-off and deal with it particularly well, and from the resultant attack, Roberts hit a nice line coming up the middle, and we were always chasing after that. It was inevitable that we were going to come strong at some stage, and sadly, like too often before, it was just too late before we got going. Both of them, both Jeff Cross and Simon Webster, had head knocks, but we really don't. I mean, he's up and about and fine. He doesn't seem to have any problems now. Well, that's one of the things that we're going to need to look at very closely during the course of the week. There can be a number of reasons for that. It could be technical problems. But for me, it just seemed as if we were too passive. I hadn't seen us look so passive and tentative. The last time I saw that was South Africa 2006 down there, and I thought we just never got started. Now, who knows? Maybe they're thinking too hard about the shape instead of just getting wired in. It's early days in this competition. You can never be sure how you're going to start, given the amount of preparation time you have going in. One thing I do know is that we'll definitely get better.
You know, it's hard to tell exactly at that time what the situation is with the breakdown. You know, they've got some smart players there. Martin Williams is a very destructive number 7. He slows the ball down a lot just by himself. And it was just something that we didn't quite adapt to.
I think they're the team to beat. I mean, obviously they've Grand Slam champions from last year and a decent autumn. They've got a stable side that's been together for quite a long time now, and obviously they're in fairly rude health. But we were very disappointed that we couldn't take the game to the wire and make it harder for them. Obviously we're delighted that guys coming off the bench made the sort of impact we wanted from them. Max did extremely well when he came off the bench, but to be honest, we didn't have a platform to assess the qualities of our attacking play at all. It wasn't the sort of quick ball, stable platform that we wanted, that we've been creating recently, and it made it very difficult for us to get the go forward, and the defence found it too easy to snuff us out. But of course we'll be thinking about selection. We'd already thought about selection for next week prior to this weekend, and you know, we were looking at different options and possibilities, but the first thing we need to do is just have a good look at the injury situation, and we won't make any firm decisions until we know what that is. We're obviously bitterly disappointed with what happened, but you know, the Six Nations, we would like to have got off to a faster start, but we didn't get off to the fast start that we wanted today. But there's no question in my mind that we have got a group of players of enough ability to be very confident that we'll make progress. And obviously we've got to make it quickly, because it's going to be a tough ask, 6-day turnaround going to Paris, but I'm very confident we'll get better. There are two sides to it. I wonder how often Jeff has ever got into himself in that position in his rugby career, and it was a very naive thing to do, and it cost us dearly. Not only did we lose him for 10 minutes, but we lost him for the rest of the match. Having said that, I thought the two guys that did go off with concussion were putting themselves about in a very physical way that the rest of the team should have taken a lead from. I would say it's very unlikely for both of them to be available next week, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. Nathan's seeing another visit to the specialist on Tuesday, and Ewan is very slow to heal. We've got a number of other injuries. Apart from Webster and Cross, Hamilton has a cut to his eye. Godman, White, Blair, Custer, Gray, Morrison being looked at the moment by the doctors, so we'll just have to wait and see how things are tomorrow when it comes to selection.
They're very impressive. We knew they would be, and they had the the quick ball enabled them to move the ball to the wider channels where they've got dangerous runners. I thought the back three were all incredibly dangerous on the ball today. But it's for us to look at how we're going to slow the ball and increase our line speed in defence, so that these long passes that were causing us problems will be eradicated.